going out in my garden. Well, it's a really windy day today. Well, I'm glad everything's, I wouldn't say it's completely cooling down, but it's definitely cooling down. It's bearable to be out here now because for a long time it wasn't. Very blowy. Lots of little grass butterflies or moths around the place. So nice in here right now. Lots of bees. Zinnias don't really smell, but they look really pretty. And this crop of zinnias is really just from seed that I collected the year before, and a lot of it kind of just came up on its own. Bees love it. Kind of working out how to rearrange new dripper systems in my garden. I've kind of just put things together, and mainly for the big fruit trees, but now I want to put all these kind of small vegetable and melon crops in here and really build the soil in these areas, but just trying to work out how to do that. But since putting the drippers in, this pomegranate has grown so much and is just thriving with some pomegranates on, almost ready for picking. When I think they're ready for picking and I pick them, they're actually not ready and are really bitter. So nice to be able to be out here. I wonder how other gardens must be around the world and how different they would be. And yeah, I don't know, I think a real gardener's gardener would just make the best with what they've got and keep trying. That's the biggest thing. Actually, I did some broccoli trimming yesterday. Kangaroos didn't even eat it. If I was a kangaroo, I would have loved that. Broccoli and broccolini and some kale is in there. They totally avoided it and ate cardboard instead. I don't know. I wouldn't know, I'm not a kangaroo. Here's some nice sugar cane here, which I guess it's going to take a little while to take. I mean, it's taking, this one's purple sugar cane, and here's some hibiscus that I've just planted. If you saw my Instagram, Elnor Gardens, you'll see that I was holding up the cuttings, showing you their root system, and they had been rooting well over 6 months. I'd probably say around 8 months. And I've actually, last night I have planted some saffron, because I had some saffron corms, and I've just really kind of put them down there, because over there where they were, it's really dry and the drippers did not go all the way over there. And here is some grape cuttings. Kind of expected them to drop their leaves. I hope they just don't die. Hope they come back in the spring. So this is kind of the area. And I really don't know how I'm gonna kind of work it. It's really hard. These pieces would be nicer. A little bit salty. Oregano down there. Kale. And chili. I've been loving this chili. It's not, of course, the hottest chili, because I couldn't eat it if it was. I don't tolerate much heat. A big job ahead of me. Look at all this weeds. So many weeds. What am I gonna do? An old cabbage, little cabbage. Hello, crow. Where are you? These crows are here. There you are. That's a happy crow. They come every morning to see what scraps I've left for them. So I've kind of just planted this mulberry as well. It's going to drop its leaves. We'll probably go dormant now for the winter. Planted a blood red plum here. We'll see. You can only experiment. But this really needs work. And in fact, I'm actually looking at extending this garden. Extending it. Well, probably across here and kind of coming across the shed, because I have some date palms I'm wanting to line along here. I had my Azerbaijan pomegranate planted. I pulled her up this morning because something is boring a hole in the trunk of the plant, because it did it to my olive and killed my olive. I don't know what it is. Don't know what it is. We all know how Mr. Kangaroo loves this garden. He comes in every night. I love being in here. These crazy big loofah flowers and passion fruit. Mango has got another shoot, a baby little shoot down there. So, huge surprise for me is they're on these buds. They must be able to smell the nectar or something from the flower. Gardening is a full-time job. Having a good garden is a full-time job. And nothing gives me more pleasure than making a gorgeous garden, experimenting, and seeing what I can grow. So my goals for this year with my gardening is hoping I can actually grow some sizable melons, because I've had the Kazakh melon, which is kind of, I think it was about that big. It was really delicious, but you know, I mean, they grow huge, particularly in a home environment. So I'd like to grow some Kazakh melons, some green melons, some rock melons, just different types of melons, but I've got to make the ground really good and I've got to have good irrigation. So that's going to be a kind of short-term goal that I hope I can set up a irrigation system where I can grow some nice melons. So, and what else? We'll see. Anyway, I got to go and do some uni work now. It's very boring. I'm in a very boring section of my work. I'm doing assessments. It's not too bad, but could be better. Could be better. Hope everybody has a beautiful day wherever you are around the world.